Hey Ryan, I'm Brandon. Got to talk to you on the phone a little bit earlier about how I can help you uh, grow your plumbing business big time. Um, just before I get into my system here and tell you why you should pick me over the 87 million other SEO guys that are calling you, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm from Colorado. I moved down here 3 years ago because I'm a soccer player. I signed with Arizona United. I'm 31 years old, but since college, I've been kind of chasing pro soccer and bouncing around the country playing for these different teams. It's basically like minor league baseball, but for soccer. But those contracts are only like 6 months, so in the off season, you got to figure out something else to do. Um, I used to do washer and dryer repair. I've done concrete countertops, um, but eventually, I got into this because I was really good at writing Craigslist ads for all those things, and I don't know, man. It was just kind of natural because I realized most people go to Google for stuff. And so I kind of learned this skill set and learned from some really, really uh, great mentors, people that have done really well for themselves with this, that seriously know how to rank sites. And so I've kind of learned that skill set and put it into practice, and it's going pretty well for me now. But I know there's like an element of trust here. You don't know me, I don't know you. And honestly, I'm fighting against those billions of other SEO guys that all promise you stuff and don't deliver. And I guess I'm no different in that I'm trying to sell you something and I'm promising you results. But I want to show you here kind of what my system is and why it works, and uh, just why I think I can really help you. And I'll show you a few of the results that I've got so far. So I'm gonna kind of get straight into it here, but so if I go to Google and I type in elephants, I just want to show you something here. First page that comes up is Wikipedia's page all about elephants, right? 50,000 plus words here. Anatomy, physiology, skin, trunk, hooves, what they like to do on their birthday, everything you could ever want to know about elephants on this page, right? Same thing goes for a local business. Google's job is to put the one who's the most authoritative, who's got the best, most relevant information, and who's got links from other places online all voting for them and pointing to them. Okay, so for example, I search window tinting Mesa AZ because I need a window tinter for my new car or something. You get the map pack here with business A, B, and C, right? Made in the Shade is number one, and they're number one in the organic listings. These guys are getting the majority of the business in Mesa when people need a window tinter, hands down, just because they're in the right spot, they're right in front of the eyeballs, right? But you already know all this stuff. But a little bit of what I want to explain here is three of the really important things. Okay, so Google's got like 200 different factors in their algorithm for determining how a site ranks. Content, citations, and backlinks are the most important. Okay. So content, what's on your page? What is your page telling Google what you're all about, right? Here's yours. It's got a nice look to it. It's clean. It's cool. Nice that this is bolded. I don't know if your SEO guy did that or if you guys did that, but it's very smart to bold the keyword at the beginning to really put emphasis on it. Um, but as far as content goes, it could just have so much more, you know? You want like 1,500 plus words on your homepage, and you guys, maybe 300. I don't know, probably 250, something like that. But that's something you could do today to improve your ranking, right? Another thing, here's your title tag. So yours says plumbing contractor Gilbert AZ second opinion plumbing. It's cool, it's good, but you're missing plumber. Um, you know, maybe some other keywords that you could fit in there. Uh, yeah, just there's a few other things that now Google only reads so many characters in that, but you want to really just optimize it with the best keywords that you want to rank for. Um, now, whoops, let me go back here. So here I'm at plumbing Gilbert AZ, right? Now, citations, that other thing I talked about, is basically having your name, address, and phone number listed in a different directory online. And there's only like 350 max places to do that. But Google, that's really important for your map pack ranking. If you have as many of those as you can have, and they're all done the exact same way correctly, with the same name, address, and phone number, not off by a space, a digit, nothing, right? That's super important. That's one thing that I do. And also we submit to what's called Yext, and basically it's like a data aggregator where they make sure that everything's done properly, and they check on it periodically to make sure nothing gets out of line, so that you're always just A plus for that, basically. But then the most important thing when it comes to ranking in the top of the organic listings here are backlinks. Okay, so a backlink is basically a link to your site from a different website. And the more trustworthy and authoritative that site is, the more power and juice is going to flow through that link to bump you up the rankings. Okay, so to give you an overview of what my system is and what I do and how it works to rank you. Okay, so day one, I do what's a press release, basically. A press release is a news article blasted out to like 300 different sources with a link to your website. So it's a long article written about you guys, and it's got a link to your site, 300 different places. Okay, and all this is really done just to build trust with Google. It'll help your ranking a little bit, but they're very low power links, okay? But after that's done, I do what are called Web 2.0 links, okay? So a Web 2.0 site is a socially oriented site. So there's tons of places where you can create a free website, and they've got sort of social ties with them, okay? Now, it looks supernatural to Google to, okay, a press release is done about you, and now you're being talked about everywhere. And I kind of drip feed those out at a rate of like 5 per day. Never exactly 5, because again, you want it to appear natural, but just drip these links out. So a news article's done, and now, boom, everybody's talking about you in all these different places online. And it builds your trust with Google big time. And so then what we do is, what I do, I say we, but it's I drop a link to your site from what's called an influence site. Basically, every day domains expire, and some of them are weak and some are super powerful. Okay, so imagine, for example, somebody started a blog about cooking in like 2001, and they built this thing up and created a following of all these moms that go there for recipes or whatever, and people link to it from their blogs, and it gets this big following and builds up all this power. And then for some reason the owner of that got tired of running this blog and just let it expire. Okay, so that domain goes up for sale. I can buy that, and it's super powerful, super trustworthy. I change out the content, change it from being something about cooking to something about plumbing or towing, for example, for my towing guy, or home repairs, something kind of related to plumbing. And I drop a link from there to your website. And what happens there is that link has the power of like 1,000 links. Okay, now those domains, I spend some serious money on those because they're very, very powerful. And I know that it can rank a site, and if I can rank you and bring you tons of business simply by being in front of the eyeballs, when people search for a plumber in Gilbert, they click on your site and they end up calling you because you're on page 1, not page 4, where nobody's going. Then it's a no-brainer for you to pay me X amount of dollars a month when you're making 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 plus off of the volume that you're getting from being in the right spot on Google, right? So I can then kind of recoup those costs for those influence domains that I put my time and money into, right? So hopefully that kind of makes sense. And then I really don't stop doing those Web 2.0 links, in addition to like commenting in niche relevant blogs, so blogs and forums and things about plumbing, just because we want to keep it natural looking and keep you glued to the top. Because if there's a business that climbs to the top and then all of a sudden there's no more links being done, that would not look natural and eventually you would fall. But I keep doing those links um, to make sure that you stay glued up there, right? And you keep getting the business, and then you're able to, with those calls, you're able to grow and expand and whatever. Um, so here's what I want to show you, right? Hopefully that's my kind of system, an overview of it. There's a little bit more that goes into it, but that's a good general description. But now I want to show you the traffic that other people are getting and then a couple examples of me. I'm trying to keep this quick here, but plumbing Gilbert AZ is the most commonly searched term. 260 searches a month, right? Cost per click is $61, which is ridiculous. Plumbing Medic, Aspen Plumbing, Smith Plumbing is who comes up. Here's Plumbing Medic, here's Aspen Plumbing, and then Smith is down here, number 8. So I want to show you, Plumbing Medic doesn't even rank above Home Advisor here or Yelp, which shows me that there's room to crack into this because Google wants to put an actual site above these guys, but these guys are just, Plumbing Medic and Aspen haven't done a good enough job at this point to beat them out. So I don't know. Anyway, I know that I can, but if I go to my tool here, this is called SEMrush. It's a free tool. Well, I pay for mine because I get a little bit more, but something you could use. Plumbing Medic, I've got them plugged in. They get 216 visitors a month. If they were to pay for that traffic, it would cost them $4K per month to get that many visitors to their site, but they're getting it free just by being at the top of the organic listings there. Aspen, right below them, getting 104 visitors a month, right? So most people are clicking on Plumbing Medic. Here's you guys. And real quick, here's you. You're at number 27 here, so you're on page 3. I think it was actually 28, but probably jumped because I've already clicked on your site, so it puts you up high in the rankings. But anyway, number 27 on page 3, and you're getting 0 traffic. I don't know how long your SEO guy has been working on it, or you said he's doing a landing page, so I'm not sure he's even actually working on your site. I don't think he is because if he was, I would see a lot more backlinks and stuff. But just to show you another example here, so if I search Plumber Phoenix, right, bigger market, Plumbing Masters is number 1 in the map there, and they're right here at number 4. If I plug those guys in, they're getting 1,300 visitors a month. Over 20K is what it would cost them monthly for that traffic, but they're getting it free. Okay, so what I want to do is take you guys, revamp your site, optimize it, add more content, fix title tags, all that stuff, fix the on-page SEO, and then start backlinking, right? Do it at the right pace, do it with the best method, the one that looks most natural to Google, which fits into their algorithm, push you to the top. When people search for Plumbing Gilbert AZ, you get way more calls, you get way more business, you make way more money, right? I'll show you an example here of one of my clients. So Towing Scottsdale, right? Right here, Scottsdale Tow Truck Company, number 1 organic. It's number 2 in the map for this term, but tow truck Scottsdale, for example, number 1. If I do towing service Scottsdale AZ, number one. This guy gets tons of calls. Right here you can see the traffic, 4,600. I'm not sure that's even completely accurate. That seems pretty high to me. But you can see I went live with the site in October, and it's just like, it took me a little bit to get there, and then boom, now it's just climbing big time. So he got about 130 calls in December, 155 in January, 175 in February, and March is looking like even more. He's probably had, I don't know, 7 or 8 just today. But super happy, man. He's a guy, I'd love to have you talk to him. His name's Dean. Great guy. He's got 2 trucks, and this has just totally boomed his business. I think he made $6,900 last month off of the calls that came through this site. So Yeah, man.